I've been playing this game for quite a while. I have over 60 hours so far in it. No, I don't have the 100 that a lot of people are doing guides on. I just been enjoying it. This is one of those games I've just been diving in and just enjoying. I considered doing content creation for it, and I could do content creation for it. The Dune universe is definitely my favorite sci-fi universe. However, I really wanted to get into this game rather than just try to market off of it, if that makes sense. I'm not the content creator who's going to sit there and try to capitalize on every single game that comes out. I want to share with you my enjoyment of the game, and I can't enjoy the game if I'm just trying to sell the game or my enjoyment of the game. So I wanted to do a deep dive for myself before I played. So this is my character that I've been playing, but we're going to try to play a new character, step into it. I'm pretty sure I can create a new character. I haven't actually done this. I just assumed that I could. And I don't see any reason why I couldn't. But since I kind of know my playthrough and what I've been doing, I'm going to kind of follow in the footsteps of the things that I've already been doing. And I think that might be kind of interesting. But yeah, just kind of, I do tend to do more of a cinematic playthrough as well. So if there's at any point you have any questions about anything, let me know. But I love to build. I have tons of hours. I have thousands of hours in Planet Coaster and Planet Zoo. I played a lot of Star Wars Galaxies. So we didn't keep count of our hours back then, but it would have been a lot. You know, that was during the time of EverQuest. I never really got into EverQuest at all. Shortly after Star Wars Galaxies, I got into WoW. You know, right off the bat, I did all their betas. Yeah, I mean, I was really big into WoW. But Star Wars Galaxies had a big crafting system. And this one is not nearly as in-depth as Star Wars Galaxies was. But there's a lot of depth in it, for sure. It's all about survival. It's truly player versus environment. You're fighting not only the sandstorms, but the heat, the giant worms, the Sardaukar that show up and will freeze you in place if they catch you, and then they send all their guys in to try to take you out. Now you can easily outrun them, but you kind of have a plan of action. So while you're caught in their stasis field, you have to start thinking, where am I going to go? What am I going to do? Because if you just run to the desert, I mean, that's another set of issues. So anyway, I'm going to kind of hopefully show you guys a little bit of the character creation and stuff, and we'll kind of get started. And if it lets me create a new character, then that's great. It'll let me kind of come back to this character from time to time at our convenience. I may even turn it into a Let's Play rather than, you know, just live stream each time. But I have my own character. This is the character I have that you're seeing in front of me, front of the video here. And this is the one I'm going to continue to play offline so that I can kind of learn the more deep issues of the game, you know, like how to do this, how to do that, where's this, where's that, where's maybe a better way of building a base. You know, as updates come, I'll always want to like practice on this one first. I don't want to practice on a live setting, you know. So this one will be our one I do offline. So I'm going to try to create a new one. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm level 66. I think there's level 200, and I feel really powerful, but I really feel underpowered at the same time, if that makes sense. So we're going to let's do this Monoceros. Why not? Oh, actually Curly's in this one. That's funny. I wonder, I'm just looking to see the best. All these are really good. That's a fairly high ping, actually. I want a low ping, so let's do the anvil. Let's do the anvil. Or how about, yeah, let's do the anvil. Why not? These are high population. I was hoping to find a low one. Ooh, these are all Panda Kadir. Ooh, these are all locked. Pinnacle. Stoneheart. Oh, here's a few. So Stoneheart has a few low ones. Let's go with Stoneheart. Kafash. Let's do that one. Let's join. The queues have been pretty short. We'll see what happens after a while. I'm going to mute myself so y'all can hear this.
Show yourself, child.
Okay, so this is the character creator. Let me go to just turn on my icon real quick. Hold on. There we go. Let me push this over. There we go. And I may change how it looks just real quick. Hold on. Sorry, won't take me long. I was hoping to see if there would be like a brownish one I could find, you know, with the sand, but I think that's going to be real hard to find that exact match. Just go with that, I guess. There we go. Okay. Yeah. Okay. So here, I'm going to, like I said, try to keep it consistent with my last character. What's really interesting is that the presets are fairly varied. Here's this one. We have that one. This one. That one. In the Dune universe, of course, everything's human. Even things that look alien. Well, you know, not the worms, of course, and the you know, the animals on planets. That's not the same thing. But we're talking about like interactions that you have. Even if it seems like an alien species, believe it or not, those are actually genetically manipulated humans. So the variety here is what you get when you have certain planets that have decided to focus on a certain racial type, or some of them go with a more technological approach, some of them go with a more I guess a holistic approach. I guess it's hard to kind of really categorize all the different groups that are in Dune, but I haven't seen this one actually. This one's neat. I really actually like this one. It almost reminds me of Redguard from Elder Scrolls. I think for my character, I went with this one. But I'm having an opinion here that maybe we'll go... Wow, there's quite a few, huh? Quite a few. So many, and these are just like presets. Of course, you don't have. No, I did this one. This is the one I did. I don't know. I just kind of liked how she looked. Okay, here we go. We're gonna start with this one. I don't know her voice. Let me hear her voice. I think I did this voice 5 for my last one, so we'll do 6. The height is interesting. I'm gonna make her just slightly, like right in the middle there. Arm thickness, I think we're fine. Leg thickness, we're gonna go a little bit bigger. I think we're fine on this stuff here. Skin tone, I'm actually loving this. Actually, this is almost perfect. I almost don't really want to change anything here. Yeah. Facial type is fine. Head details is where you kind of get into the whole, you start shaping the features that you want. So we're going to first, actually what I'm going to do is the hairstyle. I'm going to just make it real short so I can see what we're working with. There we go. And then we're going to go eye color. I'm going to go, yeah, like this dark blue, either that or that. Yeah, we'll go dark blue. Okay, eye details. I think everything's just fine, actually. Let's make this a little bit bigger. Eye angle. This is interesting, actually. You can go like this or like that. Go a little like that. And then the width is actually pretty narrow, so we're going to go a little... Oh, sorry. I was looking at the mouth, not the eyes. Let's see here. Mouth details, mouth width. I'm going to make this a little bit bigger. She's kind of too puckered up. There we go. All right. Let's see here. Nose details. I mean, not really hating anything here. Yeah. I just notice like everything's like 5, so she's kind of like a basic. But we're gonna go up a little bit higher. Yeah, right there maybe. And then, because we're gonna go with the Bene Gesserit, which Bene Gesserits are typically female, so that's why we're going female here. They're kind of the Jedi before. Now you got to remember, Frank Herbert's Dune came in 65, so a good 10 years before Star Wars was ever a thought in anybody's imagination. Well, except for maybe George Lucas. Maybe he was thinking about it at the time. Who knows? Oh, I know what this is. Never mind. I was trying to figure out what this is. Bridge width. I think it's okay. There's just something a little off, but I can't figure out what it is. But I don't mind this. This is probably the hair, if I'm being 100% honest, which we haven't gotten to the hair yet, so. Skin redness. Interesting. Yeah, it's more like sun tanned. I'll give her a little bit more tan. Skin dark circles. Ooh, that looks nice, actually. Do that right there. And then, yeah, I think we're good here. So we're going to go to hair color first. Let's go. Yeah, we went with black. I'm going to leave it black because I think it's going to look really good with the blue eyes. You know what I need to do? I need to get rid of this makeup so that way it's still. I think that's what's bothering me the most is the makeup. Eye makeup style. Yeah, let's just go with a standard something like this. Maybe that. Yeah, maybe that. There we go. And then that's good. The strength, we're going to make it very dark. That's black. Eyeliner strength, we're going to make that very dark as well. Lipstick style. Let's go like that. And then strength, we're going to bring it down some. Lip gloss down. Metallic, we're going to bring it up. There we go. I don't know. It seems like it's really weird. It kind of seems like her mouth is protruding, but it's not. That's why I said there's something. Maybe I need to work on the jaw a little bit. Maybe that's what the issue is. But from the profile, it looks fine. It's just slightly off. I can't tell what it is, but we'll figure it out. Okay. And so we're going to go. Go to the hair. Go to the hairstyle. There's several that look great. This looks fine. I think I did this in the beta. Oh no, I didn't do the beta. That's right. I think I did a character first and then I had to do another one and I did this hairstyle. and I liked it, but it wasn't superb. Um, you don't really see your hairstyle much unless it's a cutscene. You can also hide your helmet, um, but every hairstyle is pretty good. I mean, there's nothing that looks just horrible, you know? They really did a good job on the hair. It's a little thing, but it goes a long way. Let's see. Yeah, that one is pretty good. I think we may need to adjust the forehead if we do something like that. Maybe. That might be kind of neat. Especially for cutscenes, that might work. Let me see. I thought about this one before, but the hair physics there doesn't, it seems like be real tight, so I didn't go with that one. I was a little worried. Well, that's actually really good. How about we do this one? Kind of simple, just hair tucked behind the ears. But I am going to change the forehead just slightly. I got to remember to do that. Eyebrow color, black. Now, the eyebrow details, oops, not this one. Eyebrow style. It always gives me these really, I don't really know why they give these weird ones. It's the one thing I always have a criticism about. That one's pretty good, I think. No, nah. No. Almost. No. No. Maybe. I think this is the one it started me off with, which looked okay, but I think that's going to be the one. Yeah, let's go with this one. And then eyebrow details, angle. Yeah, it's going to go just slightly. Height, go down one. Depth, I don't know what that is. Let me see. Oh. Okay, so let's go like that. Maybe like that. Okay, that looks good. Beard style and beard color. So where's the there should be a tattoo option. Oh, here it is. Face tattoo style. So this is what we have right now, which isn't bad. Not a huge fan of that one at all. But this one's neat. I might do that one. This tattoo across the back if you're, you know, shaved. Another one there. Oh, that's neat. Ooh. Ooh. Maybe. I don't think so, but it's a good idea. That's neat. I like that one though. I don't hate this one. I thought some of these I wouldn't like at all, but they really ended up growing on me. Oh wow, look at that. Looks neat. I like that. I don't know. I mean, that's for cutscenes and stuff. I think that looks awesome. Maybe we'll do that. Headsguard depth. We don't have one. Okay. I was about to say I don't think we have one. Okay, let's work on that jaw a little bit and then we'll call it. Mouth. Angle. Maybe this is what the issue is. I can't see it from here apparently. Oh, I see. It's the perk at the corners. Okay. Depth. This is probably our issue. Oh, see, that looks better. And that's almost all the way in, but that looks a lot better. Yeah, okay, I'm good with this one. All right, let's get ready. Let's get ready. We're going to choose Bene Gesserit. I wouldn't say it's the easiest class to understand right away, but I do enjoy it, and I know it well enough that I think I could get by, so that way it's not a struggle bus at the beginning. It is a bit, because you're underleveled, you don't have any gear whatsoever, and you're from the very beginning you're trying to find items to create a base with, like right from the very beginning. And if you're not making a base, you can always like get by getting to areas and crevices and caves and stuff, but ideally you don't settle for an area too soon, and you're just going through the story, so that way you can kind of really open up the map. And once you do that, then you can start really concentrating on a base and what you want to do in the game. The problem is you're underleveled at that point, and so you're always going to be underleveled, so there's going to be a significant amount of time that you're going to spend farming and building your level up, but it is fun, and so you want to do the quests. The quests give you a lot. You get rewarded for everything you do, basically. So if you're harvesting materials, if you're finding a new cave, if you're fighting enemies, you get XP almost for everything you do. I mean, you don't realize it because the game's just giving it to you, but it's real easy to get your levels up. So just doing stuff in the world, you're rewarded, and that's what you want to focus on. So let's do that. Finish. Okay, yeah, we look pretty good. I like it. Our character name. Oh, I didn't even think about this. Let's go with Kim Dracula, which is the wife. No, we're going to do the tutorial just so you guys can see it, okay? Features guided journey that locks the research menu until certain steps are completed. We're just going to play it as intended, okay? Yeah.
Have they told you what I am?
Yes.
Then I will sift your words for lies. Let's begin. Where were you born?
Okay, so these are kind of like your background character, and it doesn't really play a major part in your game, but if you wanted to roleplay, it's there. So here's a heavily industrialized volcanic world. The baronial seat of House Harkonnen is controlled by a network of dense urban enclaves, and the dialogue trait is deception, and unique emote is the Harkonnen curse. Chusuk is a rich and verdant agri-world of rolling hills, river-fed valleys. The music planet is the center of culture and civility in the Imperium. Its dialogue trait is cultured, and the unique emote is Chusuk music. So I didn't do this one. I think I did Kaitan, or did I? No, I did Ix, I think. So we may do Chusuk this time. Caladan is the temperate but storm-racked oceanic world of the ancestral home of the House Atreides, is known for its relaxed agrarian lifestyle and famous vineyards. Dialogue trait is honorable, and unique emote is the Atreides salute. Yeah. Kaitan. A green and pleasant world with satellite-controlled weather. The fates of many are decided within the ornate halls of the imperial planet. Dialogue trait is political, and unique emote is the Kaitan bow. Man, I can't read. A foreboding ice world of mountains. This is Ix. Tundra and forest. The Ixians conceal their vast technological empire within sprawling underground cities. Technologist. And the unique emote is the Ixian secret. I kind of had it in mind that I was going to be going a different direction with the Bene Gesserit that I did, and I'm very happy with what I did, but what I ended up finding is that I'm not as much of a technologist as I thought. So we'll go with Chusuk this time.
A music world, a grand center of the arts. The Order of the Imperium is rooted in the Farfreluches. A place for every man, and every man in his place. Where is your place?
So the world of Dune is interesting in that it's almost like a neo-feudalistic scene, because the Imperium is seen, if you've only seen the movies and if you only know a little bit about that stuff, then you kind of see the Imperium as this kind of like almost evil agency, but they're really a little bit more than that. They were founded based on, and I'm not going to give you a whole big lore dump, of course, but they were founded on a situation where thousands of years ago, there was an uprising between humanity and machines. And the Butlerian Jihad is how they referred to it, because one of the martyrs, that was her last name. And so her and her child were killed. And as a response, let me get rid of this real quick. Sorry. 1 second. Okay. Anyway, so as a response, humanity kind of used that as a rally cry to go against machines, and that's really how the Empire was born, because under their flag was the Butlerian, and so that's how the Imperium. Well, the Imperium is everybody, but the Emperor and their seat is where they come from. And I could be misremembering a lot, because the Dune lore is so large, but within that, they all come together in their different factions, and that's why they have higher houses, lower houses, and things like that. So it's almost like a neo-feudalistic situation, but they all maintain a certain balance within all that, you know? So anyway, so that's why you have this bondsman, who is the educated caste that serves the great houses and administers imperial bureaucracy. Bondsmen are casually as the citizen class. Ne Familia, a caste reserved for essential members of the noble household or retinue. Now, Familia are afforded certain privileges and protections by their status, nobility. We go Pion, the vast peasant labor force that drives the imperial engine. Pions are bound to the fief in which they live and are considered the property of their lord. Their dialogue trait is the Pion. I think I went with bondsman, and I kind of want to do something else, but I don't know what else. We could go here and kind of, see what that's all about. We could go with the Na Familia, because I have a feeling there would be some extra options there, but I could not tell you what they are. Don't know. So we'll go with this one. We'll see.
Did you give bad advice or make a bad deal? To be close to power is to walk the knife's edge. You had a mentor in your youth, trained by one of the schools. Who was your mentor?
I'm tempted to do the Swordmaster, because if you don't do the Swordmaster right away, and you do like one of the, Bene Gesserit or Trooper, because Trooper you can get fairly quickly, extra training. But if you do the Bene Gesserit, you won't be able to access that right away. It's a little bit later. So this one's a good one if you want those powers early. Swordmaster, on the other hand, has really good options early, but you do have to do quite a bit once you find this guy. So if you choose it right away, you won't have to do all that. But I think I'm going to go with what I know so far. And again, maybe some other time I'll play it a little differently. So let's do that. And we'll do Bene Gesserit.
Yes, I have heard of our sisters giving training outside of the chapter house. It is frowned upon. The test is almost complete. Have you spoken truth? Come here. Kneel. Put your hand in the box. I hold at your neck the Gom Jabbar, the high-handed enemy. Don't pull away or you will die. Great plots are afoot in the Imperium, and the currents of intrigue run deeply. Arrakis is the key, and the Fremen are missing. You will go to Arrakis as our agent, prisoner. You have one task. Find the Fremen. Wake the sleeper. Everything depends on this. Do you understand? Good. You speak truth. But here is the rest of it. There is only one rule. Keep your hand in the box and live. Withdraw it and die. An animal would gnaw off its own hand to escape the pain. And we can only be served by humans. Find the Fremen. Wake the sleeper. You will know when it is done.
Yeah, it's just so awesome. I love this. I love the Dune universe so much.
You're wrong. It's just an off-world. No, not the Al-Shaheed Ahadi. No, Arista said it was just a dream. I agree, but she is almost Sayadina.
right, so here we are. One interesting thing about this game is you can climb almost anything. But the thing is that you have to have the stamina to be able to climb, you know, significant heights. So, you know, although you can climb, it doesn't mean you're going to get to where you're trying to go to. That's like a death scene. What's a funeral scene where they I believe what it's trying to depict is the Fremen when they entomb. Well, they don't entomb. That's not the word I'm looking for. They'll put them in this bag and it'll siphon. Well, it'll suck out all their water. And they use that to for their purposes. But it's like a funerary casket type thing, and this is probably the mummified remains of their bodies. This game so far has been so significantly there's a lot of significant lore. They haven't missed out on what the story is. It's just it's set in a different timeline, a different let me put it, I'm trying to choose the words that they chose, but it's a different path that Lady Jessica would have taken. Instead of actually producing a son, Paul, she produced a female. Now that female was supposed to marry the male version in the Harkonnen. And this is one of those worlds. And Paul saw in his visions a myriad of different ways that the world could go. And this was one of those possibilities. All right, B. Craft. So we're going to craft this knife. We're going to equip it. It's going to be our main weapon for now. Yeah. And here's where we hydrate, get some water. Oh yeah, this is a struggle bus early on because of we can only get a little bit of water early on, and we're only ever at that, you see that bar on the far left? We're only ever at that 1/3. We can never get beyond that early on. So there are ways around it once we get there, but yeah. And I'll be honest with you guys, the desert is my least favorite biome, but I love Dune so much that I don't care. Kit. So we're going to go back to our crafting. Again, right off the bat, I told you we were going to be crafting. We're going to do the max. 2. We're going to heal ourselves. And you'll see that I heal myself immediately, but then there's a slow regeneration behind it. Do it again. All right, so we're going to hold, this is what I was talking about, where we are able to climb things. And then we hit left control. I hate anything that's left control, but I've worked with it in this game. It's not my preference, but we're going to go up this way. The devs, if you have to look for these like little lights and sometimes these little ropes. And this is really the path. So there's not like yellow paint or anything, but there are markers. So keep that in mind. So I'm going to make a few more of these. Yeah, early on, always be getting materials. Just do it. If you have too much, you have too much, but better to have too much than not enough.
So then, you're not quite dead. Now you will know a thing that few but the Fremen have seen. For many, the last thing they saw before they were slaughtered. Let us speak of our escape. Twin comets in the sky, a rebirth from fire and death, and a Sardaukar net closing around us. Your survival heralds interesting times, Offworlder. Is this what you wish? To waste time in idle chatter? Your first lesson on Arrakis, then. Every exhalation is a waste of water. I am Xantara. My companion is Noctua. Now, shall we discuss our escape? You found them, Offworlder. They stood watch over you while you slept. When the Sardaukar began their jihad, they hounded us across the desert. I am not Fremen, Offworlder, though I have been fortunate to know them, and to share their water and their customs. Some of my people were caught out by a passing wing of Sardaukar thopters. All they could do was take refuge in the cave, and be ready for the assault to come.
What happened?
The assault never came. The Sardaukar used ancient weapons to collapse the cave entrance.
So your people were trapped?
With damaged steel suits and dwindling supplies. We toiled for days to free them, digging until our fingers bled. And all the while we could hear their death chants. Red the night, dusky sky. Bloody death, didst thou die. Whatever black fate awaited you in the Harkonnen slave pits waits for you no more. You are free from the bonds of servitude. Free to pursue a new destiny, whatever that may be.
What is this place?
The Fremen name for it translates as the Valley of Echoes. A sacred place to the Fremen. A place of death and prophecy.
Is that why you saved me?
It is the miracle and inimitability of prophecy. I will speak on this no further.
So how did we come to crash?
A portable rocket, I surmise, based on the damage.
But why attack a prison ship?
No doubt the work of some desperate and dangerous outlaw. One with a burning hatred for the Emperor and all he represents. But there are so many fitting that description. There's a way through the barricade, if you do as I say.
Tell me what to do.
We're gonna need one of their ornithopters. Their protocol is to remain aloft and kill anything that moves from above.
How do we get one down?
That's where you come in. If you can slip back onto the Proteus and locate the command module, you can activate the captain's personal emergency transmitter. He's a noble. They're not allowed to let him die. Leave the rest to me.
What about the other prisoners?
You must kill them. In other circumstances, their water would be a valuable resource. But with a Sardaukar here, we do not have time to claim them. Only those that get in your way. Think of it as a kindness. They will not survive Arrakis for long.
All right, enter the ship, find the captain, activate the transmitter. Anything else?
Yeah. Take this Communinet transceiver. It's essential for planetary communication. Now go, and be quick. The Mother Storm is upon us. Stick to the shadows, Offworlder. The heat of the sun is deadly to the unprepared.
Right, so we have to, you see how I'm like in the shadow here? If we are out here for too long, we start to get our temperature up. And once it's up too high, you start losing your health. I think you also lose your water too, but I haven't really observed it long enough for that to be observable. I'm gonna do max again. Let's look at our inventory real quick. Okay, so I have plenty. I'm gonna move this over here because I'm used to it being right there. So we're gonna hydrate just a little bit. Let's go this way.
The guards have sealed themselves inside. Search the prisoners for a cut array. And Offworlder, be careful.
So you have to see your power pack goes right here. And a lot of stuff that the game doesn't tell you, it just kind of gives you a pop-up and then you kind of have to put two and two together. So my cut array, I'm going to put that right here. So that's number 5.
The cut array is primarily a mining tool, Offworlder. You'll need it for harvesting resources. Using it to cut open ships is an added benefit.
There we go. So you just cut it. But that's why you have your power pack, because you'll see that number 100 over on the right hand side. As you use it, your power goes down. So if you have shields, if you have anything else that's drawing power off of you, it'll drain it. So you have to kind of be cognizant of that to a degree. Early on, it's not a big deal.
The captain's room is blocked by a pentashield. You'll need a pentashield key to pass through. See if there's another way forward. Ready your weapon, Offworlder. The guards won't hesitate. Neither should you.
So the crouch position is control, left control, if you're doing mouse and keyboard. It took me forever to figure that out because to me it's always C. But there's so many buttons that you need to use that I left it alone. So light attack. We did a... There we go. So now they want me to parry.
Parry your opponents just as their strikes will hit you. This should stagger them, giving you a window of opportunity.
So you can parry also by just holding the block, but you have to have enough stamina, and if they are very strong, it takes away your stamina. So it's kind of this little play of, you got to figure out who you've been fighting, their characteristics, and what weapon they're using. There's a lot of things going on. So, and this is a feature that I don't use very often, but you hit Alt to run by real fast. Yeah, being staggered. So some stacks can cause you to be staggered, to dash in any direction to snap out of a stagger quickly, but again, assuming that you have the stamina for it. So what I don't like about it is it's left Alt. Like I said, any of those left Alt, left control, it always messes with me. Water discipline. So here's where you can drink and get above that third that we were talking about. But you can only get so much off of the dew from the plants. But it's not always available. You can't always get the dew. It's only during certain times of the day. Like in the dawn, and I think at dusk. And at dusk it's less optimal. But this guy's got a shield.
A swift attack can force your enemy off balance, but only a slow blade penetrates a shield.
Shields on! Stop there!
So that's how it works in. So back with the Jedi and Star Wars and lightsabers and all that stuff, it's a super cutter. You know, the lightsabers are super cutters, and they're really great. Star Wars, I love Star Wars, but the reason why swords and daggers work so well in Dune is because the shielding is based on harmonics. And so as it's creating the shield, yes, fast-moving things can't get through it, like bolts and bullets and things like that. But slow-moving things like knives and swords can pierce shields. So that's why it's essential to learn how to do both. You don't want to just have like great weapons, great ranged weapons, but you also want to be proficient with your melee. You see. It just makes so much sense, you know? Whereas in Star Wars, it's more of a
Once you equip it, you
honorable
can pass
thing.
through the shield. Get to the captain and activate that transmitter. I'll be there soon.
Okay. Again, there's so many things that Frank Herbert wrote in Dune that are not only just great philosophical ideas, but the lore is so good as well.
We only need the leader.
I hear I'm a wanted man. Oi! Utland scum! I vits jo man tukta lasto breg ada hum un valo arsund. De dia abada.
I know. That's why I brought you here.
Stitch.
The Thopter will have the codes to get us through the barrier. Ever fly an Ornithopter? It's simple enough. But my leg is bad and I won't be able to work the pedals. Get ready. They'll be on us as soon as we break through. There's too many! Turn us into the storm! They won't follow. Hang on! We're going down!
Get up, Offworlder. I couldn't wait for you. But now you need to run. The sandworm is coming. Run! Now!
Oh, we better go. Go, 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 go. That little bar below tells you the worm.
You made it, Offworlder. Catch your breath. When the Thopter went down, the storm took us far off course. My leg is bad. I need to lay low and treat it before it gets worse. But fear not, Offworlder. Noctua can cover the ground between us with little effort. She will be my eye in the sky so I can continue to offer my sage advice and keep you on this side of the grave. Figure out how to craft yourself some clothing. That Mauler outfit won't cut it out here.
All right. So I took that metal because we're going to need it. We're going to need everything. Yeah. All right. They moved my stuff around. So let's put that there. And I don't have any more cloth. So all my stuff from the tutorial is gone. Okay. All right. Let's go get some. See, people have already like built things here. So each siege that you go to, it's kind of like a realm within the server. Each siege that you go to has real world people and they're playing their own game. And so they're collecting resources, this and that. But fortunately, all the resources repopulate fairly fast, especially in the beginner areas. But we do need to get some new materials. So let's see. Usually, here we go. I'm gonna, so this is granite, and what we're gonna do is we're gonna scan it, And this is our building blocks for getting starting a base. Now you'll notice, like, when you actually get a block instead, I have 48. I picked 2 off the ground, and then I collected 48 or so from harvesting like this. So you want to harvest when you can. That's actually going to be a lot more effective than just picking up these little pieces here. Although you don't want to leave them. This is copper. We're going to need lots of copper. But you notice how, like, I'm getting XP just from doing this. So we want to do this, and I really need some plants. Oh, there's some over there. I see them. Oop. There we go. It says research menu. Okay, so when we research, that will allow us to start making things. You can't just, like, automatically know it. You have to do a little bit of research. You have to spend the points there. And the only way you unlock more research is by just doing stuff, you know? Finding materials, harvesting items. This is cells. I don't really need cells right now, but I'm gonna get them anyway. Again, I need granite. I need a lot of granite, and I need a lot of copper early on. Oops. Yeah, and the worms, see, they patrol. Like right over there, you can see it. So even though I might be able to make it across there, you definitely don't want to be crossing when they're, you know, already on that path. Otherwise you're asking for it. Some more over here. Get that. See how, like, they repopulate right here pretty fast. You just need a lot to just start grabbing as much as you possibly can early on. Like I said, if you have too much, that's okay. You can always, like, put away what you don't need. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to hang out right here because I think that's a bandit camp right there. I don't want to deal with them right at the moment. So right here, makeshift clothing. So we're going to research that. And there's nothing here we can unlock just yet. Weaponry, which we just did that. We just did this. We already have the metal knife. Cutter ray, power pack. Again, we don't have access to this stuff just yet. But I always have to check, because when it says it's locked, I'm like, but... And this is what they were talking about in the tutorial, whether you could unlock the advanced stuff or not. So that way you kind of learn as the game as you play it early on, for someone who hasn't played it before. But if I had unlocked that, I would have access to this right now. But it's okay. So crafting. We're going to make a wood. This requires 3. I have 75. We're going to make some gloves. We're going to make some pants. We're going to make some shoes. And we're going to make a jacket. And I think I should have a spare 50 so that I can start making some more heal kits. And then you can say I want to make like 10 heal kits. That way that's cooking while you're doing this other stuff. All right, now let's put this on. There we go. I think pants. There we go. Now we have a whole set. Now we're looking pretty good. Yeah. Equip a full set of makeshift clothing. What did I not do that? Oh, boots. Here we go.
The War of Assassins has left debris scattered all over this sector. Salvage metal from the wreckage with your cutter ray and use it to make a Mauler pistol and darts. Don't let the Imperial disdain for ranged weapons lead you astray. Very few people are foolhardy enough to use shields this deep in the sands. and that is to your advantage.
Okay. So I'm going to put this here. You can put these wherever you want. It's just, that's what I've gotten used to, so that's the way I do it. So we're going to go to research, and we're going to unlock the pistol kit. And over here on the upper right, the intel, which says number 1, that's how many points I can spend. Like, if I could have access to scavenger rags, it would require 2 intel points. I only have 1. So we're going to go here. We're going to say make the pistol first. I had already scavenged metal from before, and we're going to do some darts. But I'm going to craft, let's do 5. I think it creates 20 at a time. I don't remember, because I find them all over. I don't generally have to make them. Yeah. So if we go here, there we go. I'm going to go back to my crafting menu. I'm going to make some more darts. Because I don't want to run out. It says research the respawn beacon. Okay. We go here. And this is what you put down. Let's say I put a respawn beacon here and I die somewhere on the other side of the map over there, I can respawn right here. But this is a good idea to put down when, like, just before you enter a boss area. Like if you're in a dungeon, like a spaceship or anything, a down spaceship, you can put a beacon down just outside that door. So that way if you die, you can just, you know, go back in. Okay. And then we're going to do... Hold on. Place the respawn beacon. Okay. Craft a respawn beacon. Go. I think that's here. Oh, I need more metal. See, that's what I was saying. Like, I just need more metal. Get their goodies. There's a quest there. Accepted contract. And then here's a little cave. What do we get? So here's some of our Solari. This is, you know, of course, the money in the game. I need more metal, which actually I just... When I killed him, he had some spare metal on him. So we're going to make a beacon. I'm going to go in here because these caves, if you can, you want to go into these caves because sometimes there's lore, sometimes there's great gear, sometimes there's both. See there? Ooh. You got plenty of time to kind of get that. Oh yeah, and let's look at the contract. What did the contract give us? So this is salvage junket. Deliver 100 salvage metal. So this is great. Like, we're able to kind of do a quest early just by doing things. You see what I'm saying? It's really great. I love this concept of like, hey, just play the game and we'll give you things to do. And while you were doing that, you know, you got not only XP, but some great gear and some money. So you're really incentivized to explore because you wouldn't have been able to do that just going through the game. You'd have to have... Okay, here's another. And always be looking around because there could be a thing up high. And this is not like Morrowind where, you know, you have to like go through a cave and say, oh, there's like a treasure, a chest way up there. It's not quite like that. But it doesn't hurt anything to look. I actually found some really great materials early on. This is just the first place we went to, so pays to kind of just explore. And if there was a dust storm coming, which sandstorms can be really bad, we could just take shelter in here for a bit while the storm went away. So, yeah. Oops. So I'm supposed to place a beacon. Let me put one down like right here, somewhere kind of safe.
This used to be Fremen territory, but the War of Assassins and the Sardaukar pogrom put an end to that. Now the sector is crawling with scavengers, fighting over the scraps of Imperium technology left in the wake of this so-called noble war. But that's to your advantage, Offworlder. Allow them to do the hard work of gathering the salvage, and then take it from them. Don't hesitate to kill them all. They would do the same to you.
So we have a little bit of a Bene Gesserit power already. It hasn't told me that I could do this, but we can do this here. I'm going to put... oh, it doesn't let me do it just yet. I'm still in the tutorial section, but this compel pulls them to you. It's one of my favorite. I have other abilities, but I keep coming back to compel. So you get it right off the bat, and I use it all the time. Even though I have access to higher other types of attacks and things like that, I still come back to compel. So I love it. I'm gonna go over here. Check it out.
There's someone here. Where's my backup?
Okay. Oop. So since he's way over there, that's part of the problem. Now the AI is not super smart, so you can work with it. But I have a countdown right now on the compel voice. I don't have to use it. There. So I was waiting for it to cool down, but he would have gotten me if I just stayed there. So, yeah. All right. And, not that it's anything that I need to, try to, convince anybody of, but because I'm streaming it, there are Twitch drops. So if you're watching on Twitch, there are some drops. Subs will give you a I think it's a still suit attire. It's cosmetic, so it's not any better or different than some of the other ones that you get, but there's a sort of a transmog system in this game. So if you find a any kind of item that's like a heavy duty armor or a scout armor, within that varied style, you can turn it into, like, I don't really like how that one looks. I like the look of this other one. And you can make it look like that. And there's different colors too. So the subscription, I think, unlocks one of those variants. So I'm a big transmog person. I love transmog. So, oh, I guess a worm's passing through. Yeah, there's a worm passing through. See, somebody made their base right here, which, you know, I'm not going to say that's anything wrong, but there are probably better places to do this. Because this is way too early on in the game. So even if you don't crack the whole thing, you can still get materials just by cutting most of it. So yeah. Let's, I'm gonna heal real quick. Because depending on how much water you have, you can actually go a little bit beyond 100% health. We need to go where? Oh, research. We want to research binoculars. Now we want to craft the binoculars. Binoculars are fine. I rarely use it. Go to the scavenger camp. Use your ability, kill the scavengers. Oh, okay, so probably this one. I thought I had already done it, but maybe it didn't give me credit for it. Oh, here's a chest. Didn't even see it. It's right there. All right, so we got to let our sunstroke come down a bit. Then we'll go kill those scavengers again. The only thing about this game too is you can you can know what to do, but the game doesn't sometimes hold your hand and say this is where you go, this is what you do. It'll just say go here, and you go there, and then it'll say find the residential space within that camp or something. You're like, a residential space, and it's just not clear.
It's obvious you have some training off-worlder, but nothing can truly prepare you for what the desert has in store. Hone your skills and harden yourself to the violence you must do to survive. Remember, Arrakis will sharpen you or kill you.
Okay. Status UI. Hold T. Right there. Okay. I never do this either, but it's good to know. Skills. Okay, here we go. Skills. Now we have 2 skill points, and I think I can put this here. Oh, I have to learn it first. That's why I didn't. Okay. So we're going to do this.
Without a still tent, you're easy prey to the sandstorms that sweep across the desert. Those storms tear flesh from bone and shred metal like paper. Unless you'd like to share a cave with some scavengers, your best bet is to build your own shelter. Build a construction tool and place out a sub-fief console. You'll be claiming a portion of the planet's surface for your very own, or rather borrowing it from the Emperor. I'm a little hazy on the specifics.
Yeah. So we have to wait to... So I have been here. I did it too soon. So yes, I'm sharing a cave with the scavengers. So what he's saying is that that's where we build our own place, which, if we wanted to do that right away, we could. That way we get credit for it and we can just go on to the next thing. So we could build a base here and then abandon it, but I'm gonna get this material real quick. So fuel cells will power our building. So whatever we have in it needs power, and it's not hard to get it powered, but at least it's very forgiving. I have 4 in my main base on my main character at the moment, and I don't use a wind power. Oh man, I'm getting low on water. But I think it's good for like 20 days or something. So yeah, I think we're fine on that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run across to see that little area right in the front there, straight ahead. That's that's the trade post of this area. So I think I want to build a base that's fairly close to that. I don't remember the map entirely. Oh, I'm supposed to also, hold up, a little slow. Research the base construction kit. So let's do that first. This one. There we go. Yeah. I thought at this point we were supposed to do the beacon, which the beacon allows us to see the entire area, but it may be after we make our house. That might make sense. Low tube. Yeah, survey kit. So the survey kit, okay, journey, a touch of civilization. So yeah, we're probably going to have to build our base first. See, there goes a worm. So now if a worm eats you, all your stuff is gone, all of it. So we're doing all this harvesting, but you know, so we're full. I'm absolutely 100% full. I can't get any more. Now I could dispose of some things. Now you'll notice I still have slots. Like I have 15 out of 35 slots, but my voltage, I think this is voltage, is 175, and each one of these has a certain amount that you're allowed to carry. So I'm going to make some more bandages real quick. We have 8. We can carry a maximum of 20, I believe. Well, on your character, like ready to use. So we're going to do 12. And while that's cooking, we'll be able to pick up some more. Yeah. So as a little bit goes down, you see the voltage is down to 174, 170, 173. So you pick that up, and I'm able to, and see, I get 2 XP for that, just for picking it up. I mean, it's great. So, oh boy. Okay, so I have 17. 18. Okay, so stuff's still crafting. Okay, so there we go. Let's see how many we have now. We have 20, and so I have a little bit more granite I can pick up. Okay, so yeah, we're good. See, 2 XP. Now the way I'm going to get across here, see that right there, the little ship that's floating above, that's the Sardaukar. If they get you, like at this point, they'd probably kill me. I'm not at a decent level.
Eyes on hostile.
Yeah, so this is annoying when the Sardaukar are around because yeah, I'm just trying to live here, Okay, so I can't pick up anything. Should be able to loot her though. I don't know what that's all about. Let me get some water. But I don't want to deal with the Sardaukar right now. That would be a pain. So we want to go this way. This little red patch that's right there, that's like quicksand. You got to be very careful with that. So I'm going to go this way. And this that I just unlocked here is the Bendu Sprint. That allows my Bene Gesserit character to kind of use their stamina and really hoof it. But got to be very careful here because it looks safe, but it's not safe. So let's go as far as we can. Once we get a vehicle, it's going to be a little bit better. But right now, it's pretty dangerous. Sandworm threat. Okay, the bar in the center. So that little bar that's where I'm running is the sandworm. So as long as it's yellow, we're kind of okay. I can hear them. I'm going to do the sprint. We're good. We made it. All right. So this is a the Sims jackpot. I'm going to come back here because I'm just not equipped right now to deal with, because getting this intel stuff is a way to unlock schematics and certain abilities. And just, I think I can see it. I think it's right there. But the enemies at this point for me are a little too overpowering. But I might be able to sneak in there now that I know where it's at. Let's see. Let's try. Be very careful though, because sometimes there'll be like 2 of them, and at this level, that's just enough to just wipe us out. You don't need to clear the base. You just need that intel. So you got to be careful. But yeah, I guess I didn't see it. Okay. And sometimes they hide them like above like a rooftop or... Oh, there it is. There it is. It's right here. Nice. Obtain 3 intel. So that helps our research points. And yeah. And there's a lot of like great things you can find in these areas. But yeah, it'll tell you now that this can't get locked on. Intel 1 of 1. So we already got it. So I want to go this way, but I don't want to run into any enemies. So I'm going to go the long way. Oh, these big ones are pretty good. They usually have some better items in them. I think all the enemies are gone. There's probably another player that ran through here. Yeah, see this one's open? Yeah, another player ran through here. I feel parched. Okay, I'm gonna need to find some water. Early on, this is a pain because you're always needing to get water. Can't always find it. Oh, there's some right there. Jeez. I don't want to deal with this Sardaukar. Okay. Okay, we're good. I guess I should use the binoculars. Just to say I did it. Doesn't really help a whole lot. All right. Yeah, so we're going to build a base a little bit closer to the trade post.
Reveal yourself.
You reveal yourself. There. Okay, so we're going to do this. Do that. All right. Oop. Get this chest. All right. Let's keep going while we still have the night on our side. Oops. There's a worm over there. Oh. Oh no. Okay, so we're almost there. All right. Did I get myself stuck here? So there's some shields and some other items you can get that'll help you descend with safely. But in the meantime, you have to... Oh no! Crap. I was trying to, yeah, climb, and I ended up falling. Oh crap. Oh shoot. That almost was disastrous. Death by gravity. Okay. Okay. That was kind of stupid of me, but oh well. We got down, and we're gonna build a base soon. get some dew real quick because I don't know when I'm going to find another one. Okay, let's go. Oh, get some more since I used up bandages. Oh, well, let's craft a couple more because I used at least 3. No. What is going on here? This. 8, 2, 3. Yeah. And then I pick up some more plant fiber. Okay. Here we go. So we want to build on rock, obviously not in the sand. There's some give, you know, the worms don't come all the way up here, but this looks like a, ooh, what's this? Can we take, oh no. Crap. So I'm going to drop our plant fiber. I don't need this. I would rather have this power pack. Improvise, this is a better one. And that gives us more weight carrying capacity too, you see. So now we can take this and that, which are great items. There we go. So yeah, kind of worked out.